I'm making Italian bread, and we're gonna start with a half a cup of warm to the touch water. So just from the faucet, you just want it to feel a little bit warm, not hot. We have a tablespoon and a half of active dry yeast and half of a teaspoon of sugar. And we're just going to get this going here. And this is to proof the yeast. So you don't want the water to be too hot because that will actually kill the yeast. The sugar feeds the yeast, and the warm water just gives it a good environment to grow. You can see it's already getting a little bit foamy. Let this sit for 5 minutes, and then later we're going to add it to our bread mixture, and that'll be what makes the bread rise. Now I have the standing mixer fitted with the dough hook, and I'm going to add to this half a cup of veggie oil, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a tablespoon of salt. You can use table salt, it's fine. 2 cups of this time hot water. We're going to be adding other ingredients and mixing them together before we add in the yeast mixture, so it can be a little hotter than the first time since it will be protected a bit, but you just want hot water from the sink. You don't want it to be boiling. I'm gonna mix this in. Then I have a total of 6 cups of flour, but I have it separated into 2. We're gonna put the first 3 cups in now as neatly as possible. And then I'm just going to get this mixing on low. I just want to get this combined. Once it's combined, I'm going to add in this yeast mixture. Make sure we get all of our yeast in there. I'm going to get that combined. And then with bread, the amount of flour you use is a little bit dependent on factors like how humid is it, and other things. So we're going to use between 2 and 3 cups of this flour. I usually start with almost the full 3 and then just see how things are looking. So this is combined. I'm going to add in about 2/3 of what I have here. If you don't have a mixer with a dough hook, you can do this, you can knead by hand. Just the dough hook makes it nice and easy. We have that last half of the remaining flour blended in. You can see it sort of made a ball in the middle, and I can kind of poke it and it's not too sticky. So I am gonna go ahead and get this. You can put a cover over it, keep it in the same bowl, but do take it off of the mixer so that if it rises, it doesn't kind of come and make a big mess around your mixer. And then I'm gonna let it rise until it doubles in size, depending on how warm your kitchen is, about an hour. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap or even just like a dish towel. The dough has about doubled in size, so I am going to get it out of the bowl. I'm gonna make 2 loaves, so divide it into 2 equal pieces. I'm going to sort of roll it out into a rectangle, then roll it up jelly roll style, tuck the ends under, and get it onto a parchment lined jelly roll pan that I have prepared with just a little tiny bit of cooking spray. If the dough is too sticky to work with at this point, you could add additional flour, but this is pretty good. If you have like a cold, like a marble or stone counter, you can work with it right on a clean countertop. And so I'm just gonna take this little roller, but really any kind of rolling pin will do. And I'm gonna roll it into a rectangle shape. Roll it up jelly roll style. Tuck the ends under like this. And then I'm gonna put it seam side down on the prepared pan. I'm gonna take a paring knife and cut diagonal slits. Our bread has risen another half an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and brush it with this egg white to give it that shiny look and help it brown. And then I am going to get it in the preheated 400-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes.